Come in.
Sorry to bother you, John, but Brooke from Master Events has arrived for your meeting today.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Stacey. Send her in.
Good morning, John.
Morning, Brooke. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. Alive and breathing. That's the main thing.
That's it.
Okay, well, I suppose we should get down to business.
Of course.
So, I believe you met with Sarah from the Department of Trust in regards to the event we may perhaps be holding here for them.
Yes, both Sarah and I have gone through all the costs involved with the proposed event, and she has made it clear that her company has a strict budget and only able to spend $30,000. Calculating up all of your costs involved, the total certainly exceeds their budget, and a minimum of $12,500 must be reduced and negotiated. In saying that, Sarah has asked me to come along today intending to renegotiate the cost of the event so that all the parties are happy.
Okay, great. So, what have you got for me?
Okay, so firstly, let's look at the cost of using the auditorium. In our opinion, we originally thought the cost was a little high, so I did some research and found that at other close by universities, they charge around $4,000 to $6,000 to use their auditorium for the day. I'm hoping that you will at least match the competitor's average price and maybe bring the price down to $5,000.
Unfortunately, that's not possible with our auditorium as it's much larger than some of those around us. With the cost that a company is using an auditorium of our size, such as equipment used, electricity, public liability, insurance, and so on, 5,000 just wouldn't be feasible. We could bring it down to a minimum of 7,000 for you.
Could we bring it down maybe just slightly lower, make it 6,500 and have a deal?
Yes, okay, that is reasonable. We can bring it down to 6,500.
Great. Okay, so the total for the auditorium hire will be $6,500. Next, I would like to talk about the cost of the keynote speakers, as well as the promotional material and registration. So at the moment, the cost of the keynote speakers is at $2,000 each. I'm hoping to bring the cost down to about $1,000 per speaker if possible.
Okay, well, the speaker that is their hourly rate and includes their time, effort, and travel charges. So how would you cut the cost?
Well, each speaker is originally supposed to speak for 1.5 hours each. If we were to halve the cost, we could halve the speaking time too. This means that each keynote speaker will now speak for 45 minutes each. However, in saying that, a small incentive to make their time worthwhile would be to invite them to participate in the event and also provide them with lunch for the day. I also want to confirm that in this case of an absent keynote speaker or speakers, payment for those will be refunded.
Okay, yes, that sounds reasonable. I will notify them of all of that for you.
Great. So the total for the keynote speakers will be $1,000 each for 5 speakers, with a total of $5,000 for the keynote speakers. Wonderful. Okay, so as for the cost of the event promotional material and registration, at the moment you've got the total cost at $2,500. I know that event registration costs can't be altered, but is there something in the promotional materials that is not too important that we could cut out or reduce to bring down?
Pretty much all the promotional material is needed for the event. The promotional materials involved are for the 4 banners, which are $250 each, the programs, which is a total of $500, the sign, which is $250, or the information flyers, which is total $250.
Okay, so the banners and the programs are definitely needed. The sign isn't optional, and the information flyers, well, I guess they are something that wouldn't be missed if we're opted to send out. And how about if we opted to send out an email to the attendees instead, yeah?
Yes, an email would work.
Okay, awesome. That sounds great. Even though it's something small, anything will help bring the cost down. So the total for the promotional material and registrations will be $2,250. Okay, next is the catering. Would I be able to organise and hire for an external company to cater the event?
Unfortunately, no. We have a partnership with our catering company, and they must be the caterer to supply all of our events. It's actually in our contract with them, so unfortunately, no. We cannot change the catering company.
Okay, so if we're unable to change the catering company and the catering cost per person is $60, could we bring the cost down to, say, $50 per person?
Unfortunately, also the cost of the catering cannot be changed, as they are the ones that create the prices, and they are always confirming with us that the prices are already a great price and deal for our customers. Sadly, their price cannot be changed for the work and materials that they provide.
Okay. So you're saying that the price cannot be budged for the work and materials they provide as it pays for the work, food and drinks, right?
That's correct.
Okay, well what if we were able to get the drink sponsored? Then would we be able to bring the cost down to $50 per head?
I've never had that request before. So I would have to double check with the catering manager, but I don't see why that would be a problem.
Awesome, that sounds great. Well we're partnered sponsorship with Schweppes, so we can make that happen.
Okay.
We'll await your response from you and then give our partners a call. So the catering will be $10,000 for the 200 employees and $250 added on for the 5 speakers, totaling $10,250 for the catering.
Okay.
Awesome. Right, the last thing to sort out is the staffing. Considering the cost of the auditorium was unable to be brought down as low as we wanted, we are needing to negotiate a little more somewhere else. I know it's a long shot, but according to my calculations, the total cost for the event so far is $24,000. So to meet the budget, the cost for staff would need to be brought down to at least $6,000.
Okay, that cost decrease is a huge jump. Remembering we have to be able to pay the staff for the work they do and their wages. A minimum amount of staff is needed for the AV equipment, lighting, seating and cleaning.
Oh yes, of course. We wouldn't expect you not to pay your staff for their work. What if I was able to seek workers for seating and helping out with the cleaning? I have a partner company called Happy Event Volunteers who hire workers that need voluntary work experience for events. They would be more than happy to help. This will allow you to not hire so many staff and will help us bring the staffing costs down.
Yes, okay. That could be done. However, we would have to arrange a meeting shortly before the event with the volunteers to ensure they know what they are doing and what is expected of them and how things work here.
Yeah, of course. That sounds great. Okay, so the total for the QT staffing requirements is $6,000.
Yes.
Well, bringing the budget down enough for the Department of Justice to be able to host their event is a great reputation builder for the university. For a fact, I know that the department holds quite a large number of events and conferences throughout the year. So I'm assuming if this event is quite successful, it will help build great rapport and create potential opportunities for them to consider holding future events here at the university, which is great for your events team here.
Yes, that would be great. I'm so glad we could come to an agreement. There are a few things that need to be confirmed, such as volunteer workers, consulting with the catering manager, and for me to notify the speakers of the time and changes. Also, a meeting will have to be arranged with the volunteer, organize an email to be sent out instead of flyers. I will get my end of things sorted and confirmed for you, as you need to organize your side of things before settling everything. I will give you a call this afternoon to finalize.
Awesome, sounds great. It will take a little effort for both of us for this to go ahead and set this in stone, but we are much closer than we were at the start of this meeting. Once we confirm with all of other parties involved, it will be great to put it to paper and notify Sarah that the event can in fact go ahead with the limited budget they have. I'll get a contract written up for you and we'll need to sign that one, so yeah.
Wonderful. So I will call you later on today with the confirmation.
Great. Look forward to it. Thank you so much, John. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Brooke. You too. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.